Everything was peaceful until the silence in the classroom became deadly. And Mineta was about to find out exactly what happens when you touch a king's pride. The afternoon sun streams through the windows of Class 1A as you settle into your seat, lunch period winding down. Your boyfriends flank you on either side. Bakugo to your left, scowling at his notebook, and Kirishima to your right, his bright smile making your chest warm. It's become your usual arrangement, the three of you gravitating toward each other like magnets. Did you finish Ectoplasm's homework? Kirishima asks, leaning over to peer at your worksheet. Obviously they did. Bakugo mutters before he can answer. Unlike your dumbass who was too busy playing video games last night. Hey, I resent that. Kirishima protests, but he's grinning. I was training my reaction time. You're smiling at their familiar banter. When Mineta's voice cuts through the classroom chatter, like nails on a chalkboard. Man, I don't know how they do it. He says too loudly, to be anything but intentional. You freeze, something cold settling in your stomach. I mean, dating two of the strongest guys in class, when they look like that? Talk about punching above their weight class. Or should I say, they are the weight class. The classroom goes silent, deadly silent. No one finds it this funny. Your breath catches in your throat, and suddenly, you're hyper-aware of every inch of your body, of the way your uniform fits, of the space you take up in your chair. Heat floods your face, not the pleasant warmth of a blush, but the burning sensation of humiliation. Your hands clench into fists at your desk, knuckles going white. You've always been insecure about your weight. Your boyfriends know this. You've had quiet conversations about it during late-night study sessions, whispered confessions when the vulnerability felt safe. But you never wanted it to be broadcast to the entire class. Never wanted it used as ammunition, as a punchline to Mineta's cruel joke. The silence stretches for another heartbeat, and then... What the heck did you just say? Bakugo's voice is low, dangerous, the kind of quiet that comes before an explosion, literally and figuratively. You feel him stand up beside you, his chair scraping harshly against the floor. His hand finds your shoulder, grip firm and grounding. Whoa, Bakugo, I was just... Mineta starts, but he doesn't get to finish. You were just what? Bakugo snarls, and you can see small pops of light crackling from his palms. Just being a pathetic little shit. Just running your mouth about things that are none of your goddamn business. Kirishima stands too, and while his voice doesn't have Bakugo's sharp edges, there's something harder in it than you're used to hearing. His hand finds your other shoulder, thumb rubbing gentle circles that contrast with the tension in his words. That's really unmanly, Mineta, Kirishima says, his usual cheerfulness completely absent. Well, actually, you know what? It's beyond unmanly. It's just cruel. I didn't mean... Mineta tries again, shrinking back as both of your boyfriends advance on him. Didn't mean what? Bakugo cuts him off. Didn't mean to be an insecure little worm who has to put other people down to feel better about himself. Didn't mean to disrespect the person who's worth 1,000 of your sorry ass. You want to tell them to stop, that it's fine, that you can handle it. All the things you've trained yourself to say when you feel small. But your throat is tight, and tears are threatening at the corners of your eyes. And honestly, you're not sure you could make your voice work even if you tried. You think you can talk about them like that? Kirishima's quirk activates, his skin hardening as he looms over Mineta. Despite his usual friendly demeanor, he looks genuinely intimidating. You think you have any right to comment on their body, to make them feel bad about themselves. They are perfect exactly as they are. Bakugo snaps, and the raw honesty in his voice makes your heart stutter. Which is more than I can say for a grape-headed pervert who can't keep his mouth shut or his eyes to himself. Maybe you should take this outside, Kirishima suggests, cracking his hardened knuckles. Lets you really understand how not okay what you just did is. Mr. Aizawa wouldn't. Mineta squeaks. Aizawa-sensei isn't here right now, Bakugo says with a feral grin. And honestly, I think he'd look the other way on this one. Bakugo, Kirishima, stand down. Ida's voice cuts through the tension as he stands up, hand chopping through the air. While I understand your anger, we cannot resort to violence in the classroom. Ida's right, Momo adds, standing as well. She turns to Mineta with a withering glare. However, Mineta, that comment was completely hurtful and inappropriate. You should apologize immediately. Several other classmates voiced their agreement. Mina calls Mineta out for being mean, while Midoriya awkwardly, but earnestly, explains why body shaming is wrong. Even Todoroki, in his blunt way, says, "That was a terrible thing to say." Through it all, your boyfriends don't move from their protective positions around you. Bakugo's hand stays on your shoulder, and Kirishima moves to crouch beside your desk, his hand finding yours and squeezing gently. "Hey," Kirishima says softly, "just for you." His red eyes are full of concern. "Don't listen to him, okay? Not for a second." "Shitihira's right," Bakugo adds, and his voice has lost its sharp edge when he addresses you. "That grape stain doesn't know what the hell he's talking about." You manage a shaky nod, blinking rapidly to keep the tears at bay. Mineta mumbles something that might be an apology, but you're not really listening anymore. Your focus is on the warmth of Kirishima's hand in yours, the steady pressure of Bakugo's palm on your shoulder. "Can we just go?" "Yes," Bakugo adds immediately. "Yeah, we're leaving. Anyone got a problem with that?" No one does. In fact, Ida gives you a sympathetic nod, and several of your classmates offer encouraging smiles as Baku and Kirishima help you gather your things. They guide you out of the classroom, one on each side. Once you're in the hallway, away from all the watching eyes, you finally let out a shaky breath. "I'm sorry," you start, but Kirishima cuts you off. "Don't apologize. You have nothing to be sorry for. He's a piece of shit, and this is on him, not on you. You know what he said is crap, right?" You want to believe them. You're trying to. "You're gorgeous," Kirishima says, pulling you into a hug. "Strong and capable. Absolutely gorgeous, inside and out." "He's not wrong," Bakugo mutters, and when you look at him in surprise, his ears are slightly pink. "What? You think we'd date someone who wasn't amazing? We have standards." Despite everything, you feel a small smile tugging at your lips. Bakugo pulls you away from Kirishima just enough to press a quick kiss to your forehead. "You're our partner, Ryan." Kirishima kisses your temple on the other side. "We love you. All of you. Just as you are." "I love you both too," you whisper. "That's good. Now let's get some food. And if Great Boy shows his face, I'm actually blasting him to next week." "That's really not heroic, bro." "Don't care." You laugh, the sound watery but genuine, and let your boyfriend lead you toward the cafeteria. tomorrow you might still feel insecure. Next week, Mineta's words might still echo in your head. But right now, you're loved and you're valued. And that's enough to start with. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And goodbye!